In my previous video, I gave a tutorial for complete piano beginners on how to play Love Me Tender by Elvis Presley without reading music. In this video, I'll teach you how to play the same song in a different, richer way by using more keys or voices, as we say in music. As always, at the end, I'll play the next song I'll be teaching next week. Firstly, I'll repeat some basic things and words I taught in the previous video, and I'll introduce some new words that you'll hear me say in this new version of Love Me Tender. The name of the keys on the piano keyboard. Notice the pattern of the black keys on the piano keyboard. 3 black keys, 2 black keys, 3 black keys, 2 black keys. And notice the spaces in between them. The space between the 3 and the 2, and the space between the 2 black keys and the 3 black keys. Let's move on to the space between the 3 black keys and the 2 black keys. With this space, if I move one step or one key lower or to my left side of the piano keyboard, is located the key A. And now let's move on alphabetically. B, C, D, E, F, G, and again A. And we continue higher like that, to the right and to the left, in the opposite order of the alphabet: G, F, E, etc. Now for the black keys. The black keys are named with the help of the white keys, and also using the words sharp or flat. The sharp makes the key go higher or to the right of our piano keyboard. The flat makes the key go lower or to the left of our piano keyboard. Let's start with our A key. A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, and again A. Now, if I move down, I use the word flat. A flat, G, G flat, F, E, E flat, D, D flat, C, B, B flat, A. So as you noticed, black keys can be given 2 names. Like this key, with the help of A, is called A sharp, but with the help of B, can be called also B flat. Same thing goes for this black key and all the rest. C sharp or D flat, D sharp or E flat, etc. I won't be naming now all the black keys. To explain this, we won't be using this knowledge in this video because it's advanced harmony rules. Just know that in this new version I'll be using the G sharp, B flat, I will be calling this B flat, not A sharp, C sharp, and F sharp, those 4 black keys. Now let's repeat the fingers. First finger, second, third, fourth, and our pinky, the 5th finger. The song again is divided in 3 musical sentences or phrases. Each phrase consists of 4 equal in time parts or bars, as we say in music, and each bar consists of 4 slow counting beats. I'll count now the first phrase. My left hand will be counting the bars, my right hand will be counting the beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this was one phrase. Now in this version, our hands will be playing more than 1 key at the same time. 2 keys actually will be the maximum, and sometimes again only 1 key. To give a more clearer example of that, let's use the choir. The choir consists of 4 voices. 2 female voices, soprano, the higher female voice, and alto, a lower female voice, and 2 male voices. The higher male voice, tenor, and the lowest male voice, bass. In the first version, I only played soprano and bass. I will give you now an example of the second phrase. And now we'll give an example with 4 voices. I will be using my thumbs for the inner voices, as we'll call them, alto and tenor. And again with soprano and bass. Again, the second phrase. It sounds richer, more complete, almost like a new, different song. The harmony is much, much richer than in the previous version, where only 2 voices were used. So it's actually as if our hands is divided in 2 people or 2 parts, where these fingers will be playing the soprano and alto will be always playing with our first finger, and on our left hand the thumb is used for the tenor, and the other part, the other person, the other voice will be using some more fingers on this side of our hand. So let's get started. And now let's move on to our first phrase. The right hand only plays the soprano, so only 1 key at a time, and it's the same exactly as in the previous tutorial. I'll be naming the keys, then the fingers, and then counting out loud. Starting from G with my first finger. G, C, B, C, D, A, D, C, B, A, B, C. I'm finishing on middle C, as we say in the piano keyboard. It's exactly in the middle of our piano keyboard. No matter how large is your piano keyboard or narrow, the middle C remains in the middle, exactly where our belly button looks at when we're sitting on the piano. Now the fingers. 1st, 4th, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 2nd, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Now count them out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the left hand. The left hand will be playing 2 voices, the 2 male voices, tenor and bass. Tenor is always played with our thumb. I'm going to first show the tenor, and then the bass, and then both voices together, only with 1 hand. Tenor always plays on 1 and 2, and on 3 and 4 it rests. So I'm naming the keys. E, F sharp, F, E. So as you saw, all these 3 keys almost in a row. Now I'm gonna count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm gonna play the bass, saying firstly the keys and then the fingers. C, G, D, A, D, G, C, G. As you saw, it's always 2nd and 5th finger. So now I'm gonna count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now let's unite the 2 male voices, the tenor and the bass. Try to crystallize this distance with your 1st and 2nd finger, because we'll be using it on our 1st and 2nd beat. Firstly these keys, then this, and then again this. And I'm opening up a little bit my hand because I'm gonna move then to a lower bass. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, almost kind of like a lullaby or like in a boat. Firstly, it's this part of the hand, the second and first finger, because this is my tenor voice, and then on the fifth finger, which ends the bar with the rest of the bass. Again, I'm gonna show it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I open up a little bit to go to my black key because it's higher on the piano keyboard. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now let's add the soprano along with the male voices. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now let's move on to our second phrase. Here, all 4 voices will be played. The right hand will be playing soprano and alto, alto always with our thumb, and the left hand will be playing tenor and bass, the male voices of the choir, and where tenor is always going to be played by our first finger. So let's start with the soprano. On E key, 5th finger. E, 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 E. E, D, C, D, E. Now with the fingers. 5th, all the time the 5th. On the E key. 5th, 4th, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Now counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's move on to the alto. Always with my thumb. So I'm just going to name the keys. They are neighbor keys. I have black keys here. And I'm going up and then going down. 4 keys up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then going down. G, G sharp, A, B flat, A flat, G. This one I named A flat at the end because I'm going down from A to my left. That's why I flatten it. I make it go down, flat. But when I started, I named it G, G sharp because I was going up. Now let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now both female voices together, soprano and alto. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice how this interval becomes little by little smaller, and then again it reopens. Only this time the soprano also has different keys to play. Now let's move on to the left hand and the male voices. The tenor, which will always be played by first finger, starting on E key. E, D, C, E, C, C, E, and rest. Now counting out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the bass. Second finger on C. C, B, A, G, F, C, G. Notice how in the beginning I go down 1 key, 1 by 1, but not with the same or neighbor fingers. Only in the beginning it's the second, second, second. So let's see the fingers here. Second, 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 fourth, fifth, fifth, second, crystallize this position again because you're going to be needing it in those 3 steps. And then you're going to have a wider interval. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now let's unite all 4 voices. Have in mind that you can rewind the video and look at each voice as many times as you need to get it right, and also lower the speed of the video at each voice that you feel it's more comfortable for you to learn it. Soprano, alto, tenor, bass. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to play it again without counting out loud so that you can hear how much richer the harmony and the sound is with those middle voices, the thumbs that I add in this tutorial. And now the first bridge between the first and the second phrase. I'm going to play the last bar, the 4th bar of the first phrase, and the first bar of the second phrase that we did right now. I finish on C, and those 2 keys, tenor and, here I don't have an alto, here I have a tenor and bass. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice how the left hand has to play again those 2, tenor and bass plays the same keys, and then moving down 1 step. And the right hand, soprano, stays on C. So you have plenty of time to open the hand and think of where you're going next. Now for the 3rd and last phrase of our song. Soprano and alto. I will first show soprano, but then I will add immediately alto because it only plays in the first bar and it plays always the same key. It only has to play these 2 Gs. So let's start. 4th finger on E. E, E, F, E, D, A, D, C, B, A, B, C. Now, 4th finger on E, and then I'm adding my alto, G key. 4th, 4th, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 1st, 3rd, again 3rd, 2nd, 1st, 2nd, 3rd. It's neighbor key, but I moved on with the same finger. That's why I lifted my hand. Now let's move on to those 2 voices, counting out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the left hand, let's start with the tenor. Always with our thumb. E, E, F, rest, F, rest, E. Now let's count it out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the bass. C, C sharp, D, A, D, G, C. Counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now both male voices together. Again, I'm crystallizing those 2 fingers because I'm going to be using them quite often in the combination between tenor and bass. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, let's unite both hands, all four voices. Fourth finger, first, first, second. E, G, E, C. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now let's play the second bridge between the second and third phrase. The last bar of the second phrase we played E, G, E, C, and then again another bass on G. And the third phrase begins exactly with those keys again, only the soprano, instead of playing with the fifth finger, plays with the fourth. So the change is quite easy. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now let's play the whole song. Both hands, all voices, counting out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now without the counting. And this will be the song I'll be teaching in the next tutorial from the film La Vita è Bella, Life is Beautiful, by the composer Nicola Piovani.